Ever wondered what makes TV so powerful in Jamaica? Time to find out. Welcome to Global TV Group 358, where television meets innovation. We're not just about shows, we're about shaping society. In Jamaica, TV keeps you informed, connects diverse voices, and supports democracy. Imagine a Jamaica where broadcasters unite, sharing data and collaborating globally. That's us, a unified voice in the TV industry. Did you know TV advertising is still king? It drives website traffic, boosts brand equity, and powers integrated campaigns. Even in an age of digital, TV stands strong, resilient in tough times. Our Global TV deck is your treasure trove of insights and data. With charts, graphs, and success stories, it's your guide to impactful TV advertising. Curious to learn more? Visit our website and see how Global TV Group 358 keeps television at the heart of entertainment in Jamaica. Get ready to binge watch the future.
Put me again, you can't put me again. You hold me down for a very long time. Can't buy sugar, we can't buy lime. Can't buy scandal, we can't buy time. You can't put me again. Can't put me again. You can't put me again. You hold me down for a very long time. Can't buy sugar, we can't buy lime. You touch up line and a resort to crime. You can't put me again.
What fi go to eat no money, what fi at you, eat no at you. Covid money, miss away in the your little rat you. Use the youth, the money, waste for must a man to statue. Say me like a catch you, but bigger than a figure you. Take the script of money, girl, and say that it's not you. One day the man above him up, him a got a bet. Too much it in the kitchen, some a fly well like a patu. The singers and DJs and social media's coming at you.
It burn me,
300% free.
it burn me,
Garbage pile of it day.
it burn me,
Give the teacher them
it
raise.
burn me,
I see corruption please.
it burn me,
Mash down the people them house.
it burn me,
Every day appear arms out.
it burn me,
Appear money them a thief.
it burn me.
And them a sell out with each.
Can't put me again. You can't put me again. You hold me down for a very long time. Can't buy sugar, we can't buy lime. Can't buy scandal, we can't buy time. You can't put me again. Can't put me again. You can't put me again. You hold me down for a very long time. Can't buy sugar, we can't buy lime. You touch up line and a resort to crime. You can't put me again.
For me say big up all the charities and all of the givers. Some a go like say them powerful, me no make a bigger. The already promises none of them not deliver. Cut up the youth and rap and they down in our fever. Member bold money and they lie them tell. Corruption smell and they pocket them swell. When police don't a market like Satan out of hell go mash up people start like thief when them sell.
It burn me,
On them treat the market man.
it burn me,
On them a treat the cat man.
it burn me,
On them treat the peanut man.
it burn me,
On them a treat the dirt man.
it burn me,
On them a treat the son man.
it burn me,
How them a treat policeman.
it burn me,
How them a treat soldier man.
it burn me.
How them a treat everyone.
Can't put me again. You can't put me again. You hold me down for a very long time. Can't buy sugar, we can't buy lime. Can't buy scandal, we can't buy time. You can't put me again. Can't put me again. You
Stevie dim day. We in Global TV say certain kind of friend we no cape, and some informer friend we love lake. We in Global, bona fake friend and bona tape. We in Global, we not promote them, we not support them. Look at them on the cheek, come here represent for. We in Global TV. Check it.
The sheriff is in town. You might be swimming in your people's blood. Is that a threat from Marlon Morgan that everybody must shut up and give the Prime Minister a third term? Well, we are not so too surprised about Favour Williams. I mean, drinking mad puss piss has really become her speciality. Welcome, one and all. Good morning to my community of party and all my family members, platform moderators, membership holders, dear subscribers, commenters, and trolls. Good morning and welcome. Thank you for joining us. If you are here, pong, 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 it's not me. They're working on the outside of the building and they're right outside my back window at the moment. So I'll be a pong, 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 pong. I go on out there, I have to shut the window, I have to shut out some of the noise, and then it make the house hot and all sort of do lolly. So let me know if you're not hearing any noise. TikTok, good morning. YouTube, good morning. Hugh Richards, good morning. User 5099. Is it Curtin? Good morning. Kim, good morning and welcome. Thank you for joining us. And just a note, favor come this week. Jamaicans, on a know me dunce. Help me out here. $72,000. Can $72,000 pay down on a down payment for a car? Or can you say 72,000, because it's not pound, or USD favor. It's Jamaican dollars, 72,000. The minister said it's a decent sum. Mr. Richards, good morning and welcome. How you do? Favor say the $72,000 is a decent sum of money. You know, so them think very, very little of we. Very little of we. 72,000. Okay, hearing is quite good. So now I hear the pong 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 out the door. Our leaders, Debbie Duncan, they think very, very little of us. Favor say if you never get that before, Mandela Strength, Wayne Evans, Bros, Renith Nicholson, JP, Beat and Teach, Marcia Thomas, Daily Fan, Michael Neppert, Drumrock 8766, Janet Beckford, Perspective Power, Sharon Bernard. Who else is here? Miranda Raddock, yes. Who else? Favor say, when if you put with $2,000 per month, that's $24,000 for the year, done well. And over, Sandra Stewart, a 3-year period, you will end up with $72,000, the minister say. Quite a decent sum of money. Can any of you who are residing in Jamaica tell me if what the minister's saying is possible? Delpha Campbell, can you pay down Hyacinth Coley? How are you? Can you pay down $72,000 on a car? She limit us down to a Pro Box. The poor people will be in us, so it have to be a Pro Box. Can you use $72,000 to pay down as a down payment on a Pro Box? Because remember the minister said, the schedule Prime Minister, because I don't know what Prime Minister like the trading and bartering with the country and with resources and everything, both with. So the Prime Minister, the schedule of our country, they sleep with everybody that can grease our Prime Minister's palm. Send out favor come disrespect with. Send out Marlon Morgan come threaten with. Say I go bat we in our blood if we don't tap call up the Prime Minister's name. Or an Marlon mean. Andrea Joan Hamilton Wilson, Sunshine, Carlton Samuel, morning. Maybe I know so them mean, Maybe I think so. But Marlon Morgan come out, come threaten we. Favor come out, come insult we and tell we say, don't aim for higher than pro box. Because you can't afford it. You no value above pro box. We're not going to make it easier for you to aspire to higher than pro box. Isn't it, Miss Williams? Because barring that, you wouldn't have your maths work out on a pro box, Miss Williams. Hmm? You carry your maths come work out pan pro box. So at this we there. We don't fit aspire, Sheena Kelly. Hmm? We don't fit aspire to further than pro box. Where we are go, and we not up the inner society. Hmm? We not up the inner society. Where we are go with them decent vehicle. We don't even, but minister, you're kind of right to because say, if we don't have road to put decent car pan, you might as well limit it down to a pro box and say, boy, when you mash up, at least I know your expensive car. So the minister can write in a 1 cent in a Winston Daily. The minister can be right in 1 cent and say, you know what? Make me limit them to pro box for now, while they don't have road for drive pan. And when they have road for drive good car pan, then me can tell them to aspire to better. Well, my bicycle will be ride at the moment. Something there. I who ask a question. I in advance. My bicycle will be ride at the moment cost me £250. And me buy that bicycle from 2019. So them bicycle they would have much dearer now. I don't know how much. Miss Williams I got put in Fiwi in that. But the extra 2,000 or whatever she say you never get where I get now. You can put that aside monthly and you can end up while your credit card is used 3 years ago, Pro Box price. Whoa. No, sir. It's really, Annie Jones, Denise Hilton. It's really to see how the minister limit with aspiration. It's like we don't aspire to anything big, and them now go provide with the mechanism to give with the opportunity to aspire bigger. Well, the minister go on like pro box a umbrella. Don't the minister go on like say pro box a umbrella because listen to the minister, make the minister telling us say pro box, yeah, pro box can be used. Let me see if we get me malarkey right. Pro box can be used as a umbrella replacement. Let the minister explain it to you. Because you say true. Me fool. I mean, if I haven't learned too much. What you say, Otis?
let's call it $2,000 a month. If you faithfully put away that $2,000 because it's something that you were not getting before, 3 years, you'll have a tidy sum that you could put down on a car, a little pro box that you have to drive to go to work, and you don't have to stand up in the sun or think about rain to get a vehicle to drive. So yeah,
$2,000 a month over 3 years, Minister. You think you can put on a car with that?
Yeah, a little pro box. You can get a nice,
20-year-old pro box.
Nice little car.
The minister said, I open and hear me now because the speaker's view scene always kick me out the studio, but I'm back in now. The minister come with our maths. Cut out $2,000 a month because you never get it before. So because you never get it and you did a bite, you did a knot and tie and a bear the hungry or a owe the bill, this extra $2,000 where you get, you don't have to take it and put to where you did a fret about, the minister said. Put it down every month because you did a budget without it. And Carson say you did a budget without it, then you can wrap up that in a handkerchief, put in your bosom. When the year done, your frightened fist say you have $24,000, said the minister. And if you stretch that over a 3-year period, said the minister, oopsie daisy, that's a decent sum. Decent, tidy, she call it. Well, tidy and decent is the same thing when we're referring to money. A tidy sum or a decent sum. $72,000, the minister said, holy heap, you know. 72,000 Jamaican dollars. These are what these lavish people, these expensive upper St. Ange, the do fetics of society, this is where them spend on shopping bill on a weekly basis, you know. Something that we have to save over a 3-year period to accumulate $72,000. This is what politicians use, right? To shopping on a weekly basis. That is politicians' weekly grocery money that we have to accumulate over 3 years. And the minister is saying to us, go out there and choose the lowest grade age and whatever car you can, because us as a caring government don't think at this point you can all manage more than a pro box, said the minister. You think it's not our prime minister, Andrew Holness, and him skettle behaving way would think to say everybody is cheap and backroad like him? So beat and teach evil, work it down the monthly money, work it down even little more. $2,000 per month is five per day, can't even buy a box lunch. But then again, them not wrong for telling us so you're not Jamaica, because only pound Jamaicans, Labour Right and PNP, voting day when election call. If anybody hand on us $72,000, only pound I go vote away on our children, because we have been doing it for $5,000, and that $5,000 would work out to the $2,000. No, the $5,000 And how much that work out to? That are 2 weeks and so. That's how I go. Oh, Jesus, leave it a money, you know, understand it. But if you don't sell on a vote, sunshine won't go on. For $5,000. Can you imagine how fast one would have run go cross the X for somebody will pay on $72,000? So when them a limit us to the $72,000, them a gear it pan the 5,000 what them know say we're comfortable with. They are basing it on the $5,000 where them know say, remember say the $5,000, you know, it's over a 4 or 5 year cycle. Or if it's the local government $5,000, it's over a 2 year cycle. So them know say that a heap of money for frighten away. $72,000 because we behave so cheap, Jamaicans. As something we frighten all heap away. You remember the JLP annual general conference in November, the debacle they have in the bus over the envelope before they make their way to conference. So the minister is not all that off scale or thick enough or has drunken enough stale piss to say that. If you actually look at the mathematics, she's not half key. She's working based on what them know we love and accept. When you say you can't only pay down $72,000 for a 26-year-old Pro Box, but not a new one, you can't pay it down for a new Pro Box as down payment. The minister actually don't too half fun stop morning. Because if we're willing to sell our vote for $5,000, $1,000 per year when you work out the election cycle, $72,000 all heap of money. So, me know say not all the way that suit, but it definitely Suzette Williams. It suit the one them were willing to sell democracy for $5,000. So based on what the minister them pay for vote per election cycle, it's not really an off mathematics for the minister come tell we say, we don't deserve better than Pro Box. But I want to ask Senator Morgan, the sheriff who has claimed that he's in town now. Because I didn't finish listening to him and Colin Bell, but he was swinging around and around and around, and I don't know if he answers to the bold statement he made in the voice note. The sheriff is it. But man, on a son Adventist, you know, a whole heap of criminals in the Jamaica Labour Party at present come from an Adventist background. Me come from an Adventist background like Uno. Me come from a JLP background like Uno. And Almighty God, me know so the two are wicked. And when the two are not tied together, Uno go only wickeder. Andrew Holness, Adventist. Morland Morgan, Adventist. Pernell Charles, Adventist. The Governor General, You know him, the thief of a hope of money from the Adventist church. You know, the cat. Patrick Allen, the Governor General, a thief and a fraudster. Adventist people are wicked. Plus, Adventist and JLP mixed together. Fire burn, fire burn. Watch the wicked them a run up and down. If you run to the east, it's favor you will meet. Watch the wicked them a run up. Fire burn, fire burn. Right, let's listen to the back and forth with Colin Bell and Marlon Morgan, because I don't know if Marlon Morgan is threatening the nation. Back off for the Prime Minister name, or else.
Marlon Morgan send them. I want you to listen to this, Sam.
Virgin.
Hang up, no.
Hold on, listen.
Hang up and listen, Sam.
With due respect. No, listen to Marlon Morgan again.
No, I said listen this. Hang up and listen to this. I want you to listen to this. Listen to this.
You ever start learning something, you see, guy? Whether you want to celebrate the pitfalls or setback that Jamaica may suffer or not, no point will be scored for you or the pathetic PNP of which you are a part. I want you to understand that in very clear terms.
Tired of watching other Instagram creators grab sponsorship deals left and right while your amazing...
Because you guys are at a new low in terms of just how pathetic you guys are. Mark Golding, Conor the Brand, this Jeffrey fellow, Rostan Hyman, Peter Bunting, you are all a pathetic set seeking to essentially celebrate negatives. So what do travel advisors mean in the grand scheme of things for people who rely on our tourism product? You don't even care about that. And that's why I said what I said last week. You guys would want to get to Jamaica House, even if it means swimming in the blood of your Jamaican brothers and sisters. But guess what is the reality, guy? Guess what is the reality? The sheriff is in town now. Marlon Morgan is on the park now. It's a different ballgame now.
Hold on there. I want to touch back
Peter Bunting in the Senate and licking him. The sheriff is in town now. But guess what is the reality, guy? Guess what is the reality? The sheriff is in town now.
You remember that dance hall song that says, you remember that dance hall song that says, "Girl, hang on for your man can perform. Na 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 na." Continue.
And is the former Minister of Labour and JP government.
Yeah,
and
see
why
where Portia sent him.
Yeah, and why it happened?
Hold on.
And that's why I said what I said last week. You guys would want to get
around them table, around them drinking.
The whole of them, my friends.
Right?
Sam,
and that's in the back of the mind of the people.
Sam, I've something I want you to listen to. Somebody just sent me a clip where Marlon Morgan sent them. I want you to listen to this, Sam.
Virgin.
Hang up, no.
Hold on, listen.
Hang up and listen, Sam.
With due respect. With due respect. No, listen to Marlon Morgan again.
No, I said listen this. Hang up and listen to this. I want you to listen to this. Listen to this.
You ever start learning something, you see, guy? Whether you want to celebrate the pitfalls or setback that Jamaica may suffer or not, no point will be scored for you or the pathetic PNP of which you are a part. I want you to understand that in very clear terms. Because you guys are at a new low in terms of just how pathetic you guys are. Mark Golding, Conor the Brand, this Jeffrey fellow, Rostan Hyman, Peter Bunting, you are all a pathetic set seeking to essentially celebrate negatives. So what do travel advisors mean in the grand scheme of things?
Me confused with members of the Jamaica Labour Party, supporters and all. Let me tell you why I'm confused. This Prime Minister is hailed as the best thing since sliced bread. Cliff Hughes challenged any of us to challenge him that this Prime Minister, unlike any other Prime Minister in our history, can come back to the poll and campaign based on their good record. On a claim Andrew Holness have done so well for the country, so well for the economy. We have never been in the position we're in before. You're all set for a third term. Let me ask you the question. Why are you all so angry? Why do not try to force we to accept on by force? Colleen, how you do? Why should we have to accept honor by force? Because every time members of the Jamaica Labour Party open their mouth, it's a flurry of threats and anger. I don't got it in the bag. Imagine you never have it, or a fool or a fool with. Or a fool or a fool with, say you got it in the bag. Because if you really got it in the bag, as how you try to tell we, the anger, sexy K, the anger wanna advance at every time when you get the chance to open on the mouth, Laverne Branford. It's crazy, members of the Jamaica Labour Party. Me don't know how you win, but you still are going with so much violence. Campbell morning. Me not understand it. But continue with your rant. Because him now go explain himself. Him just go around in circles.
For people who rely on our tourism product. You don't even care about that. And that's why I said what I said last week. You guys would want to get to Jamaica House, even if it means swimming in the blood of your Jamaican brothers and sisters. But guess what is the reality, guy? Guess what is the reality? The sheriff is in town now. Marlon Morgan is on the park now. It's a different ballgame now.
Hold on there. I want to touch back
Peter Bunting in the Senate and licking in him. The sheriff is in town now, sisters. But guess what is the reality, guy? Guess what is the reality? The sheriff is in town now. You don't even care about that. And that's why I said what I said last week. You guys would want to get to Jamaica House, even if it means swimming in the blood of your Jamaican brothers and sisters. But guess what is the reality, guy? What is the reality?
What does that mean?
The sheriff is in town now.
Somebody call Marlon Morgan
on the park now.
Hold on.
Ballgame now.
Hold on. So, somebody need to call Marlon Morgan for me. Hold on there. Because what that mean, even if it means swimming in the blood of your Jamaican brothers and sisters, what that mean? Hold on there, man. Hold on there. We have Conrad O'Brien on the line. Conrad.
Colin.
Wagwan. Somebody just sent me that voice note that was sent to you by Marlon Morgan. What is that? Even if it means swimming in the blood of your Jamaican brothers, what that mean?
Well, here's the thing. I must say I don't know if Marlon had sent that communique to other persons, right? However, he sent it to me, and I must say that when I listened to it, I was so taken aback that I share it with at least one individual.
Yeah.
And it seems as if that individual had basically shared the voice note with other persons, because I must say that I have been getting a lot of calls.
No, Obi.
On it.
I got it in a group. I got it in a group.
Yes.
Hold on there, Obi. Hold on there for me. Hold on there.
As a matter of fact,
hold on, Obi. Hold on. Because I want to see if I can play this again.
Mark Golding, Conrad O'Brien, this Jeffrey fellow, Ralston Hyman, Peter Bunting, you are all a pathetic set, seeking to essentially celebrate negatives. So what do travel advisors mean in the grand scheme of things for people who rely on our tourism product? You don't even care about that. And that's why I said what I said last week. You guys would want to get to Jamaica House, even if it means swimming in the blood of your Jamaican brothers and sisters. But guess what is the reality, guy?
Hold on there. Obi.
Yeah.
What that means, swimming in the blood of your brothers and sisters. That is the part where grab me. That's the part that jump out at me. What does that mean?
Which part of it?
The part where he said you guys would want to get to Jamaica House, even if it means swimming in the blood of your brothers.
I really, to be honest with you, I I would be happy if you could get the goodly senator to come on and really speak to you on it, because I am really taken aback, you know?
I think I'm going to try calling. Let me try it.
I really don't understand why would the senator be so upset and want to treat me personally in such a manner. Someone who have been an advocate for the senator, to the point where I would say that the PM had actually, you know, probably recognized the advocacy that myself and others in the PNP made for Marlon, you know, believe that he had worked tirelessly.
Yeah.
Not just while the JLP is in government, but certainly from they were in opposition, he had done a lot of heavy lifting.
Colin here. Me just get a clip here, Marlon. I'm actually on here right now. And I just got a clip that you sent to somebody. And I am playing the clip on here now, and I would love to hear your response to the clip. You want me to play it, let's say you can hear it? Hold on, Marlon. Let me play it.
Terms, because you guys are at a new low in terms of just how pathetic you guys are. Mark Golding, Conor the Brand, this Jeffrey fellow, Ralston Hyman, Peter Bunting, you are all a pathetic set, seeking to essentially celebrate negatives. So what do travel advisories mean in the grand scheme of things for people who rely on our tourism product? You don't even care about that. And that's why I said what I said last week. You guys would want to get to Jamaica House, even if it means swimming in the blood of your Jamaican brothers and sisters. But guess what is the reality, guy?
Hold on, reality? Marlon.
The sheriff is in town now. Marlon Morgan is on the park now. It's a different ball game now. So when I buck Peter Bunting in the Senate and licking in him clot, whoever wants to take it off, try to take it off, I'm going to watch the right blood.
Hold on, Marlon. Can I put you on here so you can explain it to the listeners? Because they...
Need a UGC video for your business? Find me and many other skilled creators on Fiverr. Or you could grab a top camera, add good lighting to make everything pop. Learn the latest trends, stay...
Hold on, let me put you on here. You're not on here now. Let me put you on here. Hold on for me. So we had Marlon Morgan to the call. Marlon, go ahead. We have Obi on the line as well.
Colin. So I heard the clip you played just now.
Yes.
For the benefit of your listeners and for context, I was having a conversation via WhatsApp with my colleague and co-host at Newstalk, Straight Up, Conor the Brand.
Mm-hmm.
He this morning sent me an editorial from a blogger named Jeffrey, where they were highlighting what you would call
a travel advisory,
an adverse travel advisory,
right,
where Jamaica is concerned, describing it among other things as breaking news. Nothing that the finance minister spoke about yesterday in the parliament is breaking news for them. What is breaking news is an adverse travel advisory, which has from time to time been issued in relation to Jamaica. Thankfully, in this case, murders are coming down significantly due to the hard work of the men and women in the constabulary.
But before you get there, Marlon, Marlon,
before you come to the substantive point,
yeah, the part that struck me. Hold on, the part that struck me is the part that says you guys would want to get to Jamaica House, even if it means swimming in the blood of your brothers.
Yeah, man. So watch me now. As I said in that voice note, and let me reiterate, because there are persons like myself who are very unapologetic in being guardians of the interests of Jamaica and the people of Jamaica. So let me be very clear.
Call my name.
Last Thursday on radio, I made some remarks in my opening commentary on News Talk 93 FM, where I made that observation among other observations. And the simple point I'm making is that I have observed a preponderance of narrative aimed at demoralizing the police, having regard to the reduction in crime that we are seeing. Because persons who are seeking to raise concerns about police killings, we know the ultimate agenda that those persons have.
Does that include the Prime Minister?
Hold on. I'm speaking, man. I don't want us to speak.
No, man,
if
but
you want me to pause, I will pause.
We're having a dialogue, Marlon. Does that include the Prime Minister? Because the Prime Minister has now raised some concerns about the latest spate of police killings.
Colin, let me be very clear. The Prime Minister has expressed a mantra in relation to which he is unequivocal. The criminals in our midst are being advised to meet a judge or meet their maker. The Prime Minister is clear. The police operate, among other things, Colin, under the aegis of the Jamaica Constabulary Force Act. They are expected to be professional and lawful men and women in the discharge of their jobs. So the Prime Minister need make no point, as it were. And the observation that the Prime Minister made last week is, it goes without saying, the lawful actions of the police is what we support in this country. And if there's any police... let me finish the thought I'm making. Let me finish the thought I'm making, and you're chiming in. I'm midway a thought. So the simple point is this. If there are actions on the part of the police that raises questions and bring the officer into disrepute, appropriate mechanisms will take place in terms of probe by INDICOM, a probe by the constabulary's own iProbe, which is an internal investigative entity in the JCF, and the chips fall where they may. Because when the police commissioner sends out and deploys men and women of the force, they are expected to perform their duties in keeping with the laws of the land. So that is very clear, my brother.
Hold on, gentlemen. Hold on, because we are up to the time on Caribbean Radio HD. Let me say thanks to our listeners over there at Caribbean Radio HD. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for listening to us. Remember, we are on Caribbean HD Radio every...
Let me say to Marlon at this point, come here, I'm going to finish here in Malarkey. An INDICOM probe in a country where people are afraid to speak to the police, where we don't have CCTV camera to capture evidence, the police are not wearing body-worn cameras. How far do you think INDICOM can get when INDICOM, for most of the time, have to rely on the lies that coming from the same criminal police officers, Marlon Morgan? Continue, cause it look like we must shut up or them are going to shut way up.
Every Tuesday evening, 5 o'clock to 7 o'clock, and every Wednesday evening, 5 o'clock to 7 o'clock. Thanks to the people on Caribbean Radio for listening. One love. Brother Gary, big up yourself. Go ahead, Obi.
Good. Marlon, you say Marlon wants to have his cake and eat it. The fact of the matter is that Marlon believes that the Prime Minister has the right to chime in to say, listen, police, you must conduct yourself a particular way. And also said, and when someone like myself asks the same question of the police and basically just raise the argument to say, here, what happened? I agree totally, because nobody is not idiot. So none of us could believe that police are going to sit down like sitting ducks and allow gunmen to pump bullets at them and they basically run under a shop taser. Absolutely not. What we are, certainly I at the very minimum, what I said that, listen, because there are so much...
Learn Spanish with Real Spanish TV.
Este mensaje es para todos los que sentís esta máscara como un símbolo de resistencia.
Questioning so much doubt even. Why not hasten the outfitting of police officers with body-worn cameras. And Marlon seems to have a problem with that. And as I always remind people that certainly I, maybe more than many, have a vested interest in criminals, gunmen, being brought to justice because I lost my younger brother, Peter O'Brien, to gunmen bullets. When the autopsy was done on Peter, the doctor said that, listen, this man have 50 odd years of life in his body because he was so lean and healthy and destined up throughout his life. So therefore, I understand clearly my mother and father was alive at the time. It was the first one child out of 11 of us had died. So they were burying their first child, right? After that, I lost another brother to illness, to illness. But I'm making the point that, listen, for Marlon to consistently saying, and what he said in that voice note here, in terms of calling my name and others and associating me with basically almost like he's saying that, listen, I am supporting criminals and I'm happy. And I'm upset because crime is going down. I believe that he's impugning my character because there's absolutely no evidence at all for Marlon that Marlon should be saying that, listen, I am supporting, I am upset rather about the reduction of murder. I am happy for whatever reduction of murder. But as I said on radio as well, that it came to my attention where a police officer had gone to a young man's house as recent as 2 weeks ago. And the young man was in a tizzy. He had to basically observe every document, everything in his house to prove to them that, listen, he was a recent university graduate. Even except they would have pumped bullets in his body. And all I'm saying is that to avoid all of those, when the police goes out, the decent thing to do or the logical thing to do is to outfit the police with body-worn cameras. And as I close out, the fact is that it must be a concern to a number of us here in Jamaica that has no political axe to grind, but simply just looking at it to say, listen, the police shooting so far for this year has been alarming. And as I keep on saying, either way, whether it is gunmen taking up their gun and just shooting after the police, that in itself is cause for concern. Because why gunmen have become so brazen? And it's even asked a bigger question or of more concern. If police officers are acting and carry out extrajudicial
I don't know available because I'm getting ready to head off to an event.
Yeah, man.
Be clear, Colin.
Yeah.
Be very clear.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Now, copious updates and advisories have been provided in relation to the status of the deployment of body-worn cameras. I have been on Conor O'Brien's program myself in relation to providing that update. The constabulary needs 8,000.
Hold on, Conrad. Let him go ahead. Let him finish.
The constabulary, there are some 8,000 men and women who are on the front line and in operational settings, and they need about 8,000. At present, they have 750,000 body-worn cameras.
Hold on. They have how much, Marlon?
There are 750 body-worn cameras.
Oh, because you just said 750,000, that's why I stopped you.
No, man, 750.
All right. So why aren't those being utilized?
So, no. The 750 body-worn cameras are deployed and are being utilized. That's the point we're making.
So why they are not given to the people who are going on special operations?
Just to be clear, before we got these 750 cameras being deployed in the system at present, there was an enabling bit of technological infrastructure that had to be sorted prior and that has now been sorted. It has been sorted to the tune of billions of dollars. But separate and apart from that, the constabulary is in procurement right now for a further 1,000 body-worn cameras. So for those persons who are trying to draw a red herring across the trail, my observation is a profound one. And my simple point is this. I note in the public discourse,
it was Dr. Chang, Marlon. It was Dr. Chang who told us there's little to gather from body-worn cameras. That was a pushback. That was a pushback. So it's not necessary. So the argument we are advanced now, like we're doing it and we're working on it, on just a run up on a mouth, it's just another narrative of Marlon Morgan.
On the part of some people, a clear, disproportionate, a clear skew toward issues of police fatal shootings, rather than commending the police on the professional discharge of their duties, which is affecting the sustained and significant reduction in crime as we're seeing it at present.
Please respond to this.
Point I'm making.
Please respond to this. The Prime Minister came out the other day and said he has concern. Is the Prime Minister looking funny at the police?
The Prime Minister came out the other day, Colin, and reiterated what the standard of professional conduct is in relation to men and women at the constabulary.
Did he say that he's also concerned about the amount of police murders?
No policeman or woman is to go out and conduct themselves in an indiscriminate manner, because that would be contrary to the Jamaica Constabulary Force.
So what is the problem if other people say the same thing?
Let me just finish making the point again. I made the point on my radio program last week that there's a famous quote from Ralph Waldo Emerson. He says, "Your actions speak so loudly that I cannot hear what you say." So on the morning following Favour Williams' presentation of the budget, with some 21, according to her count, good news items, what Conor O'Brien elected to circulate this morning in the space is essentially an item of breaking news from a gentleman I suspect he's in the diaspora, Mr. Jeffrey.
Is it credible?
Travel advisory.
Is it credible?
Hi. So people often ask me if it's possible to make $500 a day as a trader. Well, I've made over 20 times.
Why is it when a travel advisory surface, the government get into them hissy fit? Is it because the government are trying to pull a wool over the US and all our eyes say crime down? And them say nobody now believe them? Police going around murdering young men extrajudicially to come out here and wrong the narrative to us that crime is down? Is that what you want us to believe? And because we not believe, we want to eat off the whole of our head? The Prime Minister going around murdering young men does not bring down the rate of crime.
Is it, have you checked?
Travel advisor, to the extent that a travel advisor is from the US State Department, that speaks for itself.
So why you have a problem with people? Why you have a problem with people putting it out?
Because there are 21 good news items that were in the budget.
So hold on.
The point I'm making.
So all views no.
21 good news, like the $24,000 for 20,000 for the first 20,000 people. That's the JPS prepaid system and all of the bullshit where Favour could barely read half of the paper, Marlon. Because if my 10-year-old come home and read like Favour, may meet the teacher at school gate, or before that, I would have to meet myself in the house because I weren't helping. Holy Power, we don't understand what Favour, what nonsense Favour spoke the other evening, because she could barely read, won't write gear. So if she never understand what she read, how the hell wanna understand, we understand the 20 grand glorious giveaway? Wanna stop confuse with, please. I try confuse with.
content in the
all right,
space.
so I'm happy you're asking the question, Colin. So let me provide the answer. Right, you're asking me what is the issue I took. The issue I took is simply this. There are persons, and I have asserted and I have cited Conor O'Brien being among them, who to my mind are in the business of trading in, amplifying, and delighting in stories and commentary that is adverse to Jamaica and Jamaica's interest.
So what you said that
Thank God we have been saying it for a very long time. Come TikTok on the top of the screen. The better than that over there. YouTube. Hold on, go on with the likes. We have been saying this for a very long time, that we're living in a dictatorship. It's been explained to you. Do you not understand? All views does not contend anymore. It must. TikTok, you love to hold on to my mouth, you know, TikTok. TikTok, you love to hold on to my mouth. All view does not contend anymore. We must all have a unified chirping voice behind the pride. So what you want to tell us, Marlon, all of us are thief and crook and corrupt and liar like the Prime Minister? Wasn't it this same police that we see go and take a young man out time house, kneel him down, pump bullet in him head, go and tell the news, say, it was a shootout. The same youth will open the door for them, you know. The same youth where them can't go around the house back, where them never know there was a CCTV camera. Well, we not to talk about it. We must have a unified voice to say Judge our maker. Come in a van back our compound. Checha! This is what Marlon Morgan is saying. There's no more democracy. This free speech and democracy. Forget it. For bloody get it, it's done with. We must have a unified voice behind the criminal that leads our country, said Marlon Morgan.
That they should hide any adverse story shouldn't come to the fore.
No.
Marlon, what you people doing? Gearing towards a dictatorship?
Yay!
Is it that you are gearing towards a dictatorship? So you want people to put out what you want them to put out? And not to put out the news as it is?
Just be clear now. Let's be clear. Persons like OB and Mr. Jeffrey may elect to put out whatever they are electing to put out. What the point of departure that I have, and the issue I'm drawing attention to, is that when you take note of what they put out relative to what is in the space, for example, 21 good news stories, it is very...
Madwe, come you come for Madwe this morning. Come you come for Madwe. Say Faval talk about 21 good news where Faval never understand to explain them to we. Thereby we are left in confusion of the 21 good news, the minister. And that we don't worry about. So we not understand. So the minister never understand. I be like of understanding I go on in my people. Faval never understand what them right gear. She never explained it well to us, so we don't understand what them right gear, or if she explained to us what she never understand neither. No Marlon Morgan come a quarrel with we. Say Favor lay out 21 good things. I only remember one. I won't lie. Me only remember one. And I did JPS prepaid one. If anybody else remember any of the other 20 when we miss, please let me know. But Simal and Morgan said, we must take a break from talking about bad news, from talking about the Jamaica Constabulary Force killing young men extrajudicially without even a long fingernail on their hand. Marlon said we don't have to talk about that, because we must talk about the 2,000 were favors, so if we save a month and over a 3-year period, we will accumulate a tidy sum of $72,000. That's the good news.
But Marlon, maybe they see it as 21 rubbish. Because the budget presentation yesterday was rubbish. Rubbish.
I am making up. Well, that's fine, man.
So you call it.
See, the Renee Nicholson says she no member none of the good news. At least me member one. At least me member one. Dege toto one. Outlined in it at 20 Marlon because we so shallow. We are so shallow that out of the whole heap away, and me one can remember one toto one out of the woman 21 giveaway. Me one, you know, out of the whole crowd, and I only one me can remember. Dig up the other 20 Marlon. Marlon, dig them up and blow them in fly past so make we start sneeze like we're all fool. Now that I know, how are you? Dig them up and blow past we. Because me no remember them, you know. I doubt if you ask favor this morning out of the 21 giveaway with favor giveaway, how much favor remember? Because in God, and Jackson, he could have tell me about the $72,000 over save over 3 years, which is a tidy, quite a tidy sum. Cheap, low-class people, them. That's why everything for our country, Andrew Tony, in a tendering and bartering, prostitution, back road, galangin.
These are your views.
No, but remember, you call it 21 good news. They didn't see it that way. They see the travel advisory as a danger to Jamaica. Why you don't want that to come out?
I would want to be allowed 30 seconds to
go
complete
ahead.
The thoughts I am making.
Go ahead.
And the thoughts I am completing. So just to be very clear, when you choose not to indicate that the income tax threshold is increasing, the GCT threshold is moving from 10 million
let me tell you something.
to $15 million.
This is not a dictatorship, lest you forget. This is not a dictatorship, lest you forget. Jamaica is still a democratic country, and not because Desmond McKenzie said them now, do whatever Jamaica to the PNP, give up Jamaica to the PNP. It is not a dictatorship. So if there's a travel advisory from the United States and a blogger or a media house like that is what they want to put out, you don't have the right to believe that because they put out that they're against the government.
All right, let me say this now, because we're not talking about government here. In that voice note that Conrad O'Brien played, yes, what I said in it was very clear. I didn't talk about government. I spoke about Jamaica and Jamaica's interests. So let me be very clear in the point I'm making because I have to run. All I am saying is that when you take note of what was being peddled by Conrad O'Brien, it is clear in my view that there are persons who are seeking to trade in, amplify, and play on for their own partisan consideration and agenda the things that are negative in Jamaica and adverse to Jamaica's interests, such as an adverse travel advisory coming out of the United States.
And let me just say this to you in leaving.
The simple point I made is this. 5 seconds, my friend. The simple point I made is this. Yes? No amount of trading in negatives about Jamaica and decrying Jamaica will score points for Conrad O'Brien, Mark Golding, Peter Bunting, or the PNP.
And let me say this to you, Marlon Morgan, as somebody who is in the media now. Let me tell you that we will continue to fight for freedom of the press, and no government should dictate what any media house put out. So if the budget was yesterday, and listen, I'm talking, I am speaking. So if the budget was yesterday, and you, as the government, believe that you had 21 good news, and a travel advisory come out from the United States or any country, and the media house believe that they must highlight the travel advisory, It is not for the government to dictate. So I'm asking you as a media man yourself, respect the freedom of the press.
So the point you made a while ago was about media and press freedom. When your party leader, Shaka Fame, decried.
Our neighbor planted a grapevine and hasn't spent money on grapes since. The grapes yield so much.
And impugned the integrity of the Gleaner by suggesting that it published the voter intent findings in the Donna and the Suppose on a Saturday
Marlon,
to essentially undermine
was
the
that
PLC.
was that
That
true?
is an attack on press freedom.
Was that true?
When he
did
spoke,
Warmington say the Gleaner?
Colin,
Hold on, I'm speaking again. Did Warmington say the Gleaner is out to bring down the Prime Minister? Did you talk to Warmington about that?
Watch me now.
Marlon.
Mark Golding occupies a constitutional post as opposition leader.
And Warmington don't apply.
This is the most expensive piece of bullshit what would I call hardbone a Jamaica. Mark Golding occupy a constitutional position. So Everett Warmington is on the leash or on the loose. What is this bullshit of a senator saying? Because Mark Golding holds a constitutional position as the leader of the opposition, he must not criticize the Prime Minister in a foreign land. The same foreign land we always send the travel advisory, both on a gun and on a health care and all that jazz. But Everett Warmington, a government minister up until February last year, regularly go off on a tangent and an attack on the media. Regularly. Not one, not two, not three. Put a mic at Everett Warmington's mouth. And it's an attack on the Gleaner, RGR Group. But nationwide has never been attacked. Nationwide tell the most lie for the government. Nationwide has never been attacked. Nationwide has never been criticized. Because they are the government mouthpiece. You think that everybody sit down, Marlon Morgan, and order the whole heap of fast food, Nyam and Sinor and type bullshit on Twitter like you. Marlon Morgan, go and go exercise and put on the whole heap of fast food. A fast food, the Marlon, son. Me not ask, son. Me I tell you no. Say a fast food. Do Marlon Morgan so. And so the fast food, I trouble your brain now. Tap them the upper fast food, Marlon Morgan. Marlon Morgan put down the whole heap of box food. Marlon Morgan we order the 2-3 box food in one go. Put them down. It is becoming a problem now, Mr. Morgan. It is becoming a put them down. The 2-3 box food that you're ordering, Mr. Morgan, please put them down because them not only get to right round you where tape measure can go.
Warmington will accommodate a constitutional post as an MP.
That the media has been bought out by the JLP. That is very offensive, and I think that is something for which Mark Golding should apologize.
Apologize.
That's an observation that he should withdraw.
Apologize to Nationwide.
I'm going to start paying Marlon Morgan £1 for every time the senator asks for an apology, because you see, oh, they violate me again. And stop flag my page, people. If I have to give Marlon Morgan £1 for every time he asks for an apology, Mr. Morgan would be very rich. Because as I said, the Jamaica Labour Party still are in the mentality as if they're still in opposition. Because all them regularly go around and do is ask for apology and resignation. You have the most crooked prime minister. That prime minister which is taking the nation to the court, that prime minister which is just trying to get the Corruption Prevention Act struck down, that prime minister which thinks the Integrity Commission Act is unconstitutional. That's why I always say, Marlon make rubbish sounds good. Marlon Morgan can make rubbish sound absolutely brilliant.
All right, Marlon.
It was the cleaner he was talking about, my brother.
We
The government essentially bark out the media. So he was talking about all media houses, quite frankly, not just Nationwide News Network, but his salvo about the publication of the poll.
And Marlon
Morgan,
Morgan, Everard Warmington has done worst. That's all I will say to you. So you are in no position to talk about what Mark Golding said.
You just mentioned the issue of media while ago,
and I am saying to you that press freedom.
What happened in Connecticut 2 Saturdays ago.
And
anyway, have a good program, gentlemen. I have to run.
You too, my brother.
I'm going for an event, so have a good evening.
Big up yourself. Press freedom is vital in any democracy. Yeah, man. Hold on, let me call you back. Let me call you back around this, Obi.
A long time me telling us we're in. A long time me telling us we're in a JLP. Why is this thing playing me about? Okay. A long time me telling us we're in a JLP dictatorship. We now see it more clear and plain. When a government is worried about what you broadcast, when a government wants unified narrative in the media, they're taking us in a direction where it's what the government wants. This is why from Andrew winning at 2020, I told Jamaica, then September 2020, I wrote it on Facebook, you are going to be sorry for the amount of power you invested in this one man. Giving this prime minister 40-odd seats in parliament was a grave mistake for our country. Was a grave mistake. Andrew Bummy, I look ban Ladybug. Was a grave mistake for our country when we gave this prime minister so much power. You see how many times this prime minister has used the legislative power we gave him against us. It is why we struggle with crooked Paula Lewellyn, who should have been gone 5 years ago. She should have left at least 3 years ago. But this government arm twist us. This government arm twist us and keep Paula there. For what reason? We don't know, but that's why I'm going to turn to SSL now. And the part of SSL, what me concerned about is the Fed report. The financial division, the financial investigative division, have sent a report to Paula long ago. In that report, Fed make recommendation of people who ought to be charged. To this day, Paula Lewellyn, YouTube people, you know, say me hot phone, God know me hot phone. 420 on over 145. Hit the like button. I know I go on like when you support the program. I wanna just there for me put on skirt and heels like Andrew Holness. When you look me never put on a backside whole wig pan him this morning. Because all of them there fine or they mix up. When you there for support the program. When you there for the kete and the bete. And that me there for. Why you don't think you can like the program? What the program do, no? Talk truth. Richard Morning. What has the program done to Uno on YouTube? Because you don't really have to beg TikTok people too much to tap the screen. You know, they know what to do and they assist. But Uno on YouTube, Uno just come here for tearing a people's face a morning time. Like say, it's a tearing a people's face exercise. A guan. Ronia so. I wanna do a tear in a face exercise because that's how my son do walk and tear in my face and forget to wanna have finger. Terrible. Terrible behavior. Thank you very much, John.
Whoa, yo. We need help, Jesus. Jamaica need help. Shift the parliament. Shift the election. Shift everything. Remove them out there. Take out the cockroach. Take out the thief.
I want me Babsy ball out there. Babsy ball out, me love now, you know.
Take out the murderer them. Take out the gang leader them. Out of parliament. Take them out. From Portland. Take them out. I hear Portland. Me I go to Portland. Why me I travel to Portland? Take out somebody.
So, SSL FID do them investigation. FID send over a report to Paula. FID suggests people that ought to be charged and prosecuted in the SSL scandal. To date, Paula Lewellyn has been sitting on that report. Paula Lewellyn is going in September. She has to go. Thank God for that, Donna Ellis. She has to go in December. Thank God for that. But we are nowhere near, even though she tell us, Marvelyn Walters, even though Paula tell us we are ready to go ahead with the Gene and Panton's trial, if Paula Lewellyn goes ahead with Gene and Panton trial, it's an order by the government to mess the case up. Because once you go ahead with Gene and Panton trial, and whatever evidence come out in the trial, media are going to publish it. It's going to be in the public domain. You cannot then go indict somebody else and I go use that same evidence to prosecute them. Where we need to apply pressure to the whole SSL thing when it comes to Paula, it's not actually the Kroll report. The Kroll report is going to be used as evidence in court. There's no way it's going to be published anytime soon before a court hearing. What needs to happen, what must happen, what Paula must do is provide the nation, the victims, a ruling on the FID investigation. If you're not going to charge the rest of people them within suggest Paula, let us know. Let us know that Gene and Pantan 1 carry out this big whole heist and we will comfortable with that. The fact that Paula Lewellyn is sitting on the FID report, she's protecting somebody way high up. Way high up. Somebody is being protected. Clive, thank you. It's the FID ruling, it's the FID report. We need a ruling on the FID report. We want to know who FID suggests prosecution for that the Director of Public Prosecution is blocking. Paula Lewellyn is the one who is blocking FID investigation. FID have done their investigation. FID have suggested to the DPP that they would like to see charges brought against other individuals who we don't know who they are at the moment. This is what Paula Lewellyn is protecting, whether it be government official, whether it be hierarchies in SSL, whether it be hierarchies in the private sector. Paula Lewellyn is protecting somebody. Paula Lewellyn is being instructed or paid otherwise to protect somebody. Because we and Paula will learn that thing at school, justice delayed is justice denied. Justice delayed, Madam DPP, is justice denied. And when FID hand you their investigation and say, Madam, based on our investigation, we would like to see charges brought against X, Y, and Z. Paula Lewellyn said, I need 12 things. Paula needs to keep us up to date on the FID. The FID, believe you me, FID at this point, Kroll is the top gain that we need access to. But at this point, it's a ruling on the FID report we want from Paula Lewellyn. We want to know who did FID refer to for charges that the Director of Public Prosecution is blocking. The only reason why the DPP is not giving us that ruling is because she's protecting someone. This Director of Public Prosecution is a barrier to justice. Look at the amount of case this DPP messed up. Tons of them, Section 5 and Section 45. Oh, she said the legislation was new. Paula Lewellyn, an expert, said because the legislation was new, I was confused. Me don't know how you get where you're there, you know? Me don't know how you get where you're there. Me don't know how you get where you're there. Carol Tomlinson. Honestly, don't know how you reach there, but you reach there, you've been there irritating with for a long time. September, you got to go. But if you don't want to go out as that tainted, corrupt bed blocker of justice, DPP, the best thing you can do is provide the nation a ruling on the FID report. The people who FID suggests to you for prosecution, Miss Lewellyn, let us know who they are and whether you have enough evidence to prosecute them or not. The nation deserves that. Covering up the FID report is covering up the SSL fraud, Miss Lewellyn. And you should know that well. And I want to turn to Brian Sykes and his, whether you want to call them parish judges or what's it or others. And I'm tackling Brian Sykes and his parish judges in context to Gene and Panthan. Because I've just seen a recent Gleaner report, Brian Sykes. The travel advisor where them a kill up themselves over the 25th of January, 25th of February. The recent one come out. So Marlon say, nobody never talk about it because the budget sweeter than that. Anyway, back to one article me seen at the Gleaner. Well, one of Brian Sykes' judge. Hold on, let me try to find it. One of Brian Sykes' judge gave bail. Did I not copy it? Hold on, let me go to the Gleaner headline. Me see it somewhere. I think I know the Gleaner. Me see it. Bear with me. Bear with me, oh, bear with me. On the Mario Dean trial, don't you find it weird that the senior cop is now on sick leave? All of a sudden the trial start, the senior cop take down sick. And sick, oh. Sick. Country to face constitutional crisis if Portmore included as a parish in the next general election, says former ECG chair. Max Sinakova, this just came out in the Gleaner 8 minutes ago. I probably need to read that for you before I go. Automobile dealer warned that 80% reduction. Thief in Jacqueline, move from in front of me. Pata cat. And you help rub up the people their money at SSL. Yeah, the Jacqueline Stewart, what's it or rather she name? Puss. She is as well. All of them are puss. Marlon Morgan, like what your motor is. I wish one of them a water. Matt. Yeah, Matt a water. Matt and Andrew. The raw sewage, the economy is so good and we do so well. There's a raw sewage, the Gleaner say telling us say. The raw sewage down at Montego Bay, down at Cornwall Court, we down there going for 5 months now, environmental health on a lot. It's still there. You know, no good economic management. Me I look for this me want to tackle with the thief in Adventist them because remember one of the thief of Patrick Allen, the thief of the church money, you know. Here with the Adventist group of all the blegging are going in our country. Here with the thief in Adventist church, where in my view, those that I know who are aligned to the West Jamaica Conference, them pastor can't even keep them zip up for 2 minutes. Here where the Adventist church come concern about all our broke down in our country. Adventist group raised concern over planned Saturday opening of tax office. And that's all them concerned about, you know. Maybe government are going to act for work on Saturday. Them not see the whole heap of bloodshed and all of the something them we are going in the country. But, yes, St. Catherine Parish Court Mania and your parish judge them. A 50-year-old man charged with molestation of his stepdaughter, granted bail for $300,000. Is it me or is it the judges that have different understanding of risk? Kolo, how are you? Because if we're counting and following, yeah, these judges regularly give bail to murderers, people who are on gun charges, people who are on rape or sexual offense charges. But the government think that a woman who has committed fraud is such a threat to society that we have to deny her of her right to liberty. Then, a man who has just molested his stepdaughter is not such a risk to society as a woman who sends a threat to the police. We have got all of this twistedly wrong. We have gotten it wrong. But the Seventh-day Adventist Church really don't see things like this. They're more concerned about if Airy Master is going to send them to work on a Saturday. So what? Oh no, they are thief on Saturday. What is? Listen, Adventists, don't let me broke loose this morning. Because, you know, if I all go south at you this morning, it will not be pretty. I mean, the Adventist Church, they steal every Saturday. Come, for God's sake. You steal about 3 times for the day on Saturday. You collect offering in Sabbath school. You collect offering in divine service. You collect offering at Bible class or AY. Good God Almighty, what if we ask you to go and work on a Saturday? What's the problem with that? What is the problem if we ask you to go and work on a Saturday? You've all been stealing on Saturdays, and we're not trouble, no? We're not thief, pastor. Every Saturday, you know, we're not thief, and we're not trouble, no. So now that we say, we're not figure I sound lazy, that's why I'm of the view that every pastor must go pick up a hoe and a machete. Because pastors, this is why they have so much time to carry out so much abuse. Because they have time on their hands doing nothing, just waiting for the weekend to come to go and feel up people behind the vestry and collect your offering. And because we telling us, figure work past Saturday, when you jump out and have hissy fit, we don't never see when the government are murder we. We don't never see when the government lock we up and tell we say we can't come out of we yard and we can't open we mouth. You know, just hear Marlon Morgan tell we say we must have a unified approach in broadcasting and hail the 21 of only one of what I can remember. How does so bright? But yet still, happy birthday, Joan. Yet still, yeah, Uno say, Uno a win, Uno on track to win, David. Uno on track to win, but every time, Pat Brown, Uno open Uno mouth, a bear anger and violence, Uno push towards we. Bros, Uno direct we say, we must submit to the will of the Prime Minister. We must not criticize the dear leader. Hello. A true Jamaica people licky me can talk to us, so you know. ask Christ if we weren't a licky nation of people who would have to mind on the mouth. Oh no, would have to mind on the mouth if we never licky. A true will upsell with self. Me couldn't have so much mouth, boy. If you say we did stand up for justice, brotherhood, and the peace, uno couldn't talk to we. But we rather stand for a whole box food like Marlon Morgan. But Marlon Morgan a jail piece, so him will love box food because you know jail pea, a box food them feed with pan, and a box food them buy with democracy for. So, oh, Julian Robinson when at 2 o'clock. Me gone, come me going to come back. I went at 2 o'clock, 7 o'clock Jamaica time, 7 o'clock in England, yeah, I think. So, me I go come back. Me I go come for drive time London. Me I go come for Julian's presentation, which that meant to be 2 o'clock Jamaica time, isn't it? I think it's normally 2 o'clock Parliament kickoff, so that is 7 o'clock. So me will keep an eye out and me will set my link. Yeah, me will set my link for 7 o'clock. So wanna make sure watch out for the link with Julian. It's going to come up soon. So I'm going to put out a link for 7 o'clock. So remember to come back and watch Julian's presentation this evening. And TikTok, we will set up our projector for you this evening as well, so you can get to do your watching as well. But let me finish off with Brian Sykes and him parish judge them. Your parish judge them, Brian Sykes. I don't know if I sell justice down below there, so, or I just understand them, not understand the risk when we see them give bail to murderers, they give bail to people on gun charges, they give bail to people on rape and sexual offense charges. But when it comes to fraud and freedom of speech, we think those people are to be denied of liberty. I don't understand what understanding our judges have of risk when they say these things. Why Gene and Panton alone is being punished is the question. When Gene and Panton told the SSL internal investigation, I was being ordered by the manager higher up to steal. Thank you very much for watching this morning. Join us back 2 p.m. this evening, Eastern Time, 7 p.m. UK time for the opposition, the finance spokesman on the opposition bench will address the Minister of Finance. Kind of finance anymore, you know. What favor came to us with, Junior, thanks for the share, was finance. And this is why out of the 20 and something where favor says she can't give away, I can only remember one. My audience don't remember any of them. That tells us that the minister did a very poor and horrible job of presenting what they have written on paper for her that she didn't understand to explain to us for us to understand, and thereby all of us are left confused. Thank you for watching. Good morning and good afternoon from Global TV.
If you don't like missing out on the latest shows but still enjoy classic hits, then Global TV Group 358 is your perfect match. Global TV Group 358 isn't just another channel, it's your ultimate TV experience. From breaking news to binge-worthy dramas and timeless classics, we've got it all. Our unique blend of original content and global favorites means there's something for everyone. And guess what? With GTVG's seamless streaming, you can watch anywhere, anytime. Plus, our interactive features let you be part of the action. So, whether you're a seasoned binge watcher or a casual viewer, Global TV Group 358 is here to keep you entertained day and night. Don't just watch TV, experience it with Global TV Group 358. Subscribe now and never miss a moment.